Well. Praise the Lord. Lots to discuss here today. Jeep, how are you doing?
Doing great. Sunny
Good.
Winnipeg. Nice to be here.
Nice. Gresh tried to write Mel's friend. Just came out as a K. And the one and only Ronnie Flockhart's best friend, Larry Melnick.
Flocky hockey.
What's up? And Herb, how you doing?
Oh, Tom, so well rested. It's, I needed the break. Thanks.
Yeah, I can see that. It says rested Herb right there. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let's get right at it here. Let's get back on track. What do you got on today? You're like a walking billboard or something here.
Well, have you heard of a guy by the name of Sir James Patrick?
Yes, I have.
We all know him, right?
Yep.
So this is a leader of men. This is a guy you want to go to the trenches with. Like,
that's true. I don't know why you're making fun of it.
But freaking efficient, like get shit done in a second. So not to discount Ron, because I actually did talk to a lady by the name of, what's her name?
Jackie.
So I did talk to Jackie like 3 times this week, trying to get to a certain place. But anyways, so she did send that package to me, Ron, and something happened. So anyways, but Jeep, I'm in Sicamous, and I'm sitting and having a Pabst Blue Ribbon out in the deck, and Jeep sends me a text, "What's your address?" I said, "Okay, what's going on with this?" He's going to send me some New York Rangers or something. Well, within 3 freaking days, I get said paraphernalia. 3 days.
Is that the Winnipeg Ice?
That's the Winnipeg Ice. You betcha.
Okay, so you're giving Jeep credit for everything. So you wanted to come to there. No, hold on a second. There's a golf tournament coming up.
Let's don't jump. We're on one topic. Don't jump. Okay, we're talking about Sir James. We're talking about James. Okay, Jesus. Thanks, James. Anyways, I thanked him immediately. I'm wearing it. I'm going to go out in public today to the liquor store, to Costco, everywhere, and tell them I know James Patrick.
Mel, look.
I know. Beautiful.
James sent me this too.
Nice stuff.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything at all. All I do is I give. So Larry Melnick, the golf tournament's coming up. So I get him invited to the golf tournament personally. I get him invited to the golf tournament, and I find out now he's not coming because he's not getting his way. Like, what stopped you coming to the golf tournament?
Well, I tried. Like, pardon?
Common sense.
Oh.
Jackie says Ron wasn't going. I knew Jeep wasn't going. I tried, I seriously tried so hard. It would have been me coming to New York is almost as big as Messier signing in New York. And I knew that the people. But anyways, this morning I finally texted her and said, "Listen, thanks for all your help, but let's do it in the new year. I'll come to another event." But no, thanks, Tom. But I just couldn't work it out. Sorry.
Why?
I just told you various things.
You didn't tell me anything. You said various things. Jeep, you were invited too, but obviously I knew you could not attend because of your commitments to coach, because you're a leader of men.
I hope one of these days I can make it. So I'd love to get back there.
So so Mel, you're sulking because you couldn't get your way. Is that right? So you're not coming to the golf tournament? Is that?
Under any other circumstances, like I told Jackie, I said I would have been there in a second, but there was a few factors that came into play, and I just couldn't do it. So Tom, I appreciate it. So whatever's coming up next, let me know in spring or whatever, and I'll do my best. That's all.
Well, that's all. Will. Maybe if they don't have anybody else, then I'll call you.
Well, that's why they called me this time.
No, they wanted you. They've seen you on the show. They felt bad for you. All the problems you've got, and they wanted to maybe help out and have you be part of what's going on here.
You haven't heard anything yet. Just wait. Holy shit! I got a list today.
Oh God, you haven't been on the show in 2 years. So
I know.
Gresh, how are you doing?
When?
Right now. How are you doing right now?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I'm doing good. I have to think about it for a second, but yeah, I'm still in Winnipeg.
Good.
And not sure when I'm going back to New York.
We miss you here. We miss you. The dogs are barking. Gresh and I live in this condominium. Mel, I'll ask your opinion. Jeep, you too. So we live in the condominium complex here.
What am I, like chopped liver?
I asked you this question the other day already. We discussed this already. Where I'm going. We can jump in. You can jump in here too. Okay. So condominium complex seems like every other person, family here has a dog. And I love dogs. Nothing against dogs at all. But it seems like lately something's going on. The dogs all start barking. And I think once one dog starts to bark, then
maybe it's the girls you bring over, Tom.
No, Ron. And so, so I feel like the owners are now saying, all the dogs are barking. I'll just let my dog bark. There's no respect for anybody else. The dogs just bark all the time. Am I, and Mel, I think I know your answer. Should I be upset about that or just accept it and say, what's the big deal?
I think you have to be upset, but like in my area up on Melnick Mountain, there's bears, coyotes, you name it. So the dogs are barking for a reason. So are they just barking because you've got girls coming and going, or what's the problem?
One dog will start to bark, and then the other one starts to bark. And then they all start to bark.
So all the dogs in your complex are outside at the same time, barking at the same time. Is that what you're saying?
The weather's been nice. They get them outside, and there's one lady living over here near close to the Gresh there. She like eggs her dog on her thing. I watch her. She's like, yeah, bark. So I'll get the Jeep. I just let you know. So I really made things a lot better. I felt the other night. I had a couple of cocktails and I started to bark. Didn't really seem to change too much, but I thought it was pretty entertaining. Jeep, what do you think? You're a little more even keel than Mel is. A little more.
You know what? For 15 of the 22 years that I was married, we had dogs. I love dogs. I can't wait to get another dog. It's just I travel too much right now. It'd be unfair for the dog. But that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I would talk about sending our dogs to obedience school if they bark too much like that. I would ask the owner, like, come on, like, can't you work with them a little bit? Like, is there a way you can do it politely?
Yeah.
Can you post something up on the telephone pole, a little notice?
That's right.
He's barking like crazy. He needs help.
I was thinking of taking his shirt off and walking over there.
Well, I haven't heard the barking in weeks.
Yeah. Sure, they're beautiful Winnipeg. So I think the consensus is something needs to be done, right? It's just how we do it.
Get a dog.
No, I don't want to get a dog, Ron.
Tom, we had talked about this.
Dogs now? You don't like dogs?
I love dogs.
Well, you should give yourself a dog, and then your dog would bark, and then you wouldn't hear the other dogs.
No, I prefer to just have a few more cocktails and turn up the music, the country music.
What time is this barking?
It seems like it's an afternoon thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
right.
That's better than early morning and late night.
Right. I know. I'm hoping. See, and I try to make a little bit of noise because I'm out the door like at 4:00. So I try to make some noise to wake the dogs up. So they're barking and waking their owner up. They're sleeping. I think they bark so much during the day, they're tired. So they'll wake up. Oh, here we go. We're on. See, I knew our crack correspondence here. Rich Pisano, who's a Greenwich resident, grew up here, works for the town of Greenwich. In Greenwich, we have a nuisance law. Just, call animal control. Thank you. I'll be on the phone as soon as the show's over.
Probably get someone's dog taken away now, Tommy.
Well, no, they wouldn't do that, would they? I'd feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They take the dog away.
No, I'll give him, you know what else? I'll go over and give him a warning.
Well, skill testing question. Who sang the song Rattle Those Pots and Pans?
Get out of that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans?
Yeah.
Chubby Checkers.
Checkers? There's two of them?
There's two Checkers.
It's his brother.
Is it Chuck Berry?
I think it's Chuck Berry. But the moral of the story, Tom, when you get up in the morning, get a couple of pots and pans and smack them. Every time the Springfield Indians scored a goal, that's the stupid song they played. When I was in
the problem is, right beside me is a really nice family with a young daughter that's like 5 or 6 years old. So I'd be waking her up too. So, yeah. Oh, Ira's back. Ira's fired up because Mel's back here. So here we go. See how you spell Lucky Larry doesn't live where they have a nuisance law. Did he need the exclamation point? Jeep or what?
I don't.
No.
He's making a statement, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's a loud statement. I don't get that.
Yeah.
But why is Larry lucky he doesn't live where they have? Because Larry would get taken away? Like what's your point here?
Yeah. It's like he's trying to make it because Ira says it. It needs to be explained like louder. Yeah, I'm Ira. I work for a nonprofit. I can almost spell.
Now let's see the shirt, Mal. Let's see the shirt. Wow, they're nice.
Well, somebody says here is Bill Haley that sang that song.
Oh, that's right.
Good job. Nice job, Eric. Good work. So he spelled correctly and everything too. See that, Ira? Take notice. All right, Mel, what are you wearing today? What brand is it? What brand is it? You always tell us the brand.
Jeep starts with a Z. Zephyr.
Zephyr.
Companies. It's made by Zephyr, the Winnipeg Ice shirt and hat.
And what do you smell like?
Swiss Army.
Nice.
Wristlet, Coupe de Stanley, Tissot watch, all match.
Good. All right, we gotta ask Jeep. How's the team doing, James?
Doing good. We scrimmaged tonight, or exhibition game tonight in Brandon. In Brandon tonight. Back home Saturday. We have two boys who are they're ranked to be drafted in the first round next year in the early rankings. I think both of them can be top 10 picks. They're both elite players. But a lot of depth. The team looks good. We actually scrimmaged. You're not allowed to. With our league rules, you're not allowed to play a game against the University of Manitoba, but we scrimmaged them twice last week.
So you can't play a game, but you can scrimmage them.
Well, we scrimmaged, and there was no score, but we know what the score is, and but it was. I mean, a lot of guys who play university in Canada, a lot of them are 24, 25 years old. So
that's right.
We have 16 to 20-year-olds. It was great for us. It was fast. You're playing against stronger, faster men. So it was real competitive. I thought the second game got a little out of hand with we were outplaying them. And so some of their bigger guys started running our guys and weren't too happy with that. But it was good. Like it was it shows we got a lot of depth. We got some really good players. I'm excited to get started here. So exhibition this weekend and then next week, and we start for good.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm trying to get tickets for that game. Opening night.
Gresh, if you wanted to come on the bench, I'm sure you could be allowed to do that.
No, that's two things I didn't want to do: stand and be a coach.
Clearly Gloria made an effort there to make Miss Jess so that we don't have to complain about her spelling because she did that intensely, whereas Ira tries to actually spell properly. So.
Question, Jeep. I'll look at the schedule, but you're going to be playing against Langley, right? Or what do they call it? Vancouver Giant? You don't come out this way?
No, we don't go there this year.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's a condensed.
You got to come here then, Mal.
Yeah.
Call Jackie and see if you can get some travel figured out.
Yeah, maybe.
You would have guessed. So everybody realized this. Larry Melnick was going to be in New York. That's next week, right? The tournament is.
I would have flown in on Monday and stayed till Saturday. So just let me finish before you get into, because this is complete bullshit. So I emailed Tom. I said, Tom, how far are you away from Westchester Golf Club and what hotel are we? He had no answers to anything.
Hold on. I got you invited to the tournament, and then you're sounding like it was your travel agent all of a sudden. Like, what are the details of the tournament? What's this? What that? I'm going. I don't know.
Well, you obviously do know because you're going to the tournament. So
I don't know any details. I got you invited. That's all I know, and I don't know any details.
So, anyways, he didn't get back to me, and then I said to Jackie, Jackie, listen.
Tom, I got back to you. I said I don't know.
Tom. I said, Tom can drive me around in the Denali. I'll sit in the back seat just like a big shot, and he can drive me around to the liquor store, go see Dave, etc. Yeah. And he didn't reply. So, anyways.
Yeah. And is that why you're not coming, though?
That's part of the reason. Yeah, I was mistreated by a friend.
I get you invited to the tournament. You then start asking me all these questions I don't know answers to. So I tell you I don't know the answers. And
then I found out Gresh isn't coming home or back to New York till like October 2nd or 3rd. So I said, you know what? I'll make it another time.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just, I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but your name was brought up, Mel, by Kevin Allen the other day. We were talking about, he's doing a Bernie Nichols book, and he was telling about the time that he fought Larry Melnick in Edmonton, and he was giving it to you pretty good. You weren't throwing any punches. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember why you weren't throwing any punches?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Brian McClellan was holding out of his arms from behind, and Bernie's punching Mel in the face.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. I thought it was the referee, but yeah, for some reason Bernie was lipping me. I don't know what it was about, or maybe it was just a scrum. And I punched a couple of guys. I don't know who it was. And then all of a sudden I'm held. My head is over the bench. I think over the LA bench. Then somebody's throwing a freaking sidewinder at me. So I don't know. He threw a couple. I don't think he cut me, but yeah, I couldn't. I don't think Bernie would have stood a chance if I got loose. But anyway.
Yeah, you bet. Bernie was stuck in there, but
Bernie was underrated. He's not in your league, Mel, but Bernie can handle himself. Tommy, you played with him in LA.
Yeah, he stood in there too. He was a feisty player, yeah.
And Gresh, we played with him, but you never played with him, eh, Mel?
No.
But what a great personality and unique guy. And
yeah, oh yeah, he's neat. Yeah, a few guys in the NHL didn't drink beer either.
I know, didn't drink. He was high on life.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah, definitely big hunter.
Yeah.
Good. He's a good. I got to meet him doing NHL alumni after the fact. He's he's like you, Tommy. He has many girlfriends. So he was living with a golf pro. So he's a really good golfer too. He golfs and he hunts and
Why the personal attacks here today? Do I get on you about stuff?
What do you mean?
Like the personal stuff here. Very disagreeable, like Barry said there. Very disagreeable. Gresh, do you ever hunt?
Pardon?
Do you ever hunt animals?
Yes, I did, Tom, for many years.
Animals, not in Manhattan. I'm talking about.
Well, you mean, wow. Yeah, I hunted a little. I used to go hunting with the late Rod Gilbert.
Oh.
We went hunting for probably a good 20, 25 years, till about 15 years ago. From 1990 when I retired, we used to go up to Delhi, New York.
Oh.
Yeah, and we would go out and we went hunting a few times in a limousine. Where you stand out of the roof on top there and shoot. Well, the problem was that we didn't bring guns along. So the hunting we had to catch the deer. You know how you catch a deer, right?
Nope.
Oh.
How do you catch it?
Does anybody know how to catch a deer?
You shoot it with a gun or a bow.
You put salt on its tail.
Okay, so it spins around in a circle.
No, you just put salt on the deer's tail. That way you can catch it. That's how you catch a deer.
Okay, let's get this straight. You put salt. Are we missing something here?
Well, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure. If you put salt on his tail, how do you put salt on his tail? You already caught it, right?
Oh, well, you could throw the salt on it, but okay, all right. That's.
I don't think you can throw it on. That would be, that wouldn't really get on his tail. You gotta put salt on the deer's tail. That's how you catch a deer.
Okay.
I guess you didn't grow up in the prairies. Anyway, it was. I love it out here, Jeep, in Winnipeg.
Good hunting nearby too, Gresh. My brother's a big hunter. If you ever want to go.
Oh, is that right?
Who Stephen is?
Yeah. Real big hunter.
It's all just your one brother, Stephen. The rest are sisters.
5 sisters. Yeah.
5 sisters.
5 sisters. Oh my God.
Your sisters all married?
Let me see. The oldest 2 are 2 are married, 2 are common law, and 1's single.
Huh?
So.
What about this ass white guy that killed that girl in Wyoming, whatever?
Oh, his wife?
No, his girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Yeah. Sad.
So, yeah. So, sisters, daughters, whatever you have, you gotta. Yeah. I call my daughter goes to Syracuse. I called her. I go, anybody gets within 15 yards of you, just call me. Yeah. And I have a friend of mine that he was doing time. He did a little bit of. He did a vacation for years at an upstate resort.
Penitentiary?
Well, I didn't say that. And
yeah.
So
resort.
And he's not that big. He's about 6'9", somewhere in there, and about 400. And he's like in your shape, Tommy. Only he towers a little over you.
Big man. He's a big man.
My daughter went to the Gov Ball below the bridge, you know, at the Triborough Bridge.
Mhm.
So she wouldn't. Her and her girlfriends are going. So I go, and her brother wasn't going that year, and she was 16. So I had him go watch her.
Oh,
You know, and then I had a few police officers that I know that work up that area, up on 125th Street, kind of like keep an eye out, you know, in case anything was going on. Not that I'm a protective father or anything, but you know,
yeah, you're good. You're a good father. You're a good father.
if something does happen to one of my daughters, that guy, he better go hide like this guy did, this laundry guy, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Hide or go to jail. Could go up in jail, you won't be safe either.
So did you guys see where Eichel in Buffalo failed the physical, and they stripped him of his captaincy right off the bat? So
Wow. Did they?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
What I just don't understand is how much time's being wasted to fix his injury.
Yeah.
This could have been done 5 months ago. And I know the argument is that Buffalo wants one surgery done and he wants a disc replacement. And but I don't know what the league rules are. Maybe you knew as an agent, Tommy, but
The team's in control of that. I mean, you can get
do
a
they have to
third.
pay him?
Yeah. You have to pay
Yeah,
him.
you
If
still
you
get
fail the physical, you still get paid your money. You guaranteed contract. So,
yeah.
That's bullshit.
I think you have to take the captaincy away because he does not want to be part of the organization, and if you're moving forward and you're building, you're kind of building from the scratch up. You got to.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to be that guy's teammate ever.
Well, the problem there, that's all largely young kids there, right? So they're just trying to find their own way in the National Hockey League. So they're probably people say, well, how's he going to get treated in the locker room? I don't. It's not going to be comfortable, but he's not going to be in the locker room. So, yeah, but you're right. Even from him as a player standpoint, the time he's missing too, right? It's like, how is Ronnie Flockhart? Like, do you guys what's the scene like when you guys are together? Is it an emotional thing? Like, is it like spiritual or?
It's just a lot of, well, the reason I went was because his brother passed away, so that there was a celebration of life. So, and actually Ronnie took it really well. Like he kept it together. We sat in a bar, Brothers Pub, for about 9 hours the day of the celebration. So that's how I handle it. That's how we handle it. Eddie Johnston was there. I met him for the first time, came in from Vernon, him and his wife. Small little bastard with the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life.
He's tough, man. He's tough too. Ooh, man,
he was tough. So he was there, and then Dougie Bodger was there. So a few of the hockey guys came in, and we had beers, and we had a little golf tournament. We brought some stuff. So I had some Canucks gear and stuff that we raffled off and raised some money for Robbie Flockhart Foundation, which will give to, I think, kids in schools and in need of maybe equipment, hockey, sports, whatever. So
cool.
Lots of bullshitting, just telling stories. And I brought your names up, of course. And it was good. It was a good time.
Is Ron aware of his part in this show now?
Well, I've told a couple of the lines that I have used were from him, which came from someone else. So it's a long line of he knows. He doesn't care. And if I probably told him when he was drunk, so it didn't matter.
I can't remember. and hold on, you had the Vancouver Canucks golf tournament too that you gassed us for.
That's right. Yeah, that was good too. Yeah. And so guess who shows up for the first time in years and years was
Glenn Hanlon.
Carrot was there. Yeah.
Glenn Hanlon.
I played golf with him. He's a smooth little golfer too. Yeah. He's kind of like us, only a little more refined. He's got his attitude. Funny. Yeah, he's got his opinions, but he doesn't go out of his way to verbally abuse it, right?
I will never forget the view of the scene of him chasing Thomas Anderson around Rye Playland practice ring, called him a chicken shit Swede. And Teddy said he was the coach and he had a Swedish wife, and he's just. And then of course Thomas, the way he was, everything settled down. About 15 minutes later, he went by and shot another puck in Glenny's head, and Glenn chased him again. Oh man, that was funny. Oh man,
well,
good stuff.
At one of the golf tournaments, so they put, because the Canucks and like the Rangers, none of the current players can play in these tournaments, right? Because of the COVID.
Yeah.
So they had to get us old guys. And so one of the guys I played with owns a plumbing company, and he's a huge Ranger and Canuck and Glennie Hanlon fan. Well, we're on one of the greens, and I can hear Glennie, and I had seen him 3 days before. I could hear him talking. I said, listen, Jay, let's go over. We'll go meet Glennie. And he got a picture with Glennie. And it was, then we sat, believe it or not, after our round, we sat for about 2 hours outside right by the shack where the beer was. And Glennie came by and talked again and took more pictures. So that's what it's all about, right?
Right. Glennie's a good guy. And I tell you, he was here when you were here, right?
Oh, yeah, I played a couple of years. Yeah.
How about him, the David Game? He's a funny guy every other day, but David Game just would not talk at all, right? Just there's nothing.
Well, I have a story when I first got there at the end of the year 1984 and the playoffs. The team gave me and Bobby Brook, we both signed at the same time, a choice to stay in the hotel, or there was a house that they had rented for the equipment manager, and we ended up moving in with him. There was enough room. We each had our own bedroom. Well, the night before one of the playoff games in that 84 series that went 5 games, it went the distance because the first round was best of 5. At 1 a.m, there's a knock on the door to our house that I got up to answer the door. Excuse me. And it was Glenn Hanlon. He couldn't sleep, and he wanted the keys to the rink to go and see if he could sleep in the rink on the trainer's table. And, so, the trainer who we were living with, gave him the keys, and he was just a different guy. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. Still got the little twitch going, too, doesn't he?
Oh,
yeah.
He was a goalie.
That's true.
That.
Yeah.
So I brought up the fact, remember when George McPhee and Tocchet were fighting all the time, and Glennie's on the bench, and it's on YouTube. Glennie's on the bench, going
yeah. I remember Keenan and Holmgren. On the bench looking at him like,
yeah. No, he was crazy. He's got an inner drive, like an inner fury, right?
Is he coaching still, or what's he doing?
No, that's why he's back in Vancouver. He was in Germany. He was coaching for a bit. I think he's been back for a couple of years now. So we're just starting to get into the Canucks. We had a couple of golf tournaments, and we're going to do some Toyota appearances, I guess. And so I'll probably see him quite a bit. So I got his number. Well, I know you phoned Mike Rogers from the summertime. I got you his number. Yeah, so you did that.
You didn't give me his number. What is wrong with you?
And then so I got Glennie Hanlon, and Eddie said he'd come back on again. So you got lots of work to do, but I know you're busy.
Yeah, very busy.
So sorry. Hey, Tom.
Get you to golf tournaments, getting you invited to golf tournaments.
I know. How many times you want me to tell you I appreciate it without you for crying out loud?
Well, then you're blaming me. You're blaming me because you couldn't get here because I didn't have all the proper information.
Mel, did you have a bunch of complaints or points you were going to bring with you today?
Well, yeah. So I brought this up before, Jeep, and I don't know if you're on the show, but
may I be excused? I have to take. Ira, are you drinking or what? Holy smokes!
Excuse.
That nonprofit's going to be losing money.
Oh man. Well, so I mentioned to you and Ron about the community. So this is before it starts to snow there, Tom.
Yeah.
Go to everybody in your unit and say, hey, take your hockey cards with you and go with your shirt off and say, hey, I'm Tom Laidlaw. I'm going to have a barbecue this Sunday or this Saturday, football Sunday. Make a bunch of food for people and talk about the dog problem.
Good thinking. So make it into a festival. No, that's good thinking.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice. Good thinking by you. Way to go, Mel. That could be your best idea since I've ever known you.
I mentioned that before. What?
Oh, do you want to wait on? You got earth-shattering news I saw reported on Facebook someplace. Let's hear it.
Well, I'm not coming. Are we done with that topic?
No, we'll ride that for a while. We're not done with that for a while. You kidding me?
What's the next event that's happening in the Big Apple then that I can come to?
I've got to go to the Gotham Comedy Club tonight for a charity event.
Hi, Danny.
Hey, are the Rangers playing an outdoor game soon?
I haven't heard that, James. I don't know.
They are. Mel should be in the next Old Timers game.
Oh,
You
God.
probably get him in on that, Tom.
James, I love that you care about him so much, but man, can you imagine the complaining about his knee? Oh my God. Oh, my
Jeep.
knee, his fingers would be cracked.
I can barely walk, Jeep. I don't think I can skate.
Well, you're golfing every day.
Yeah, that's
36
different.
some days.
That's different. I've only got 100 rounds in.
Only 100 this year?
Yeah. I did 120 last year, so
What's the most you ever got in a year, Mel?
last year 120.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad.
That's right too. We got to plug Mel. You have been on for a long time, so you don't know this, but so I'm walking in an Alzheimer's walk October 3rd at 1:00 at the Westchester Community Center. We're trying. We got Team Grasshoppers. We're trying to raise $10,000. We're not there yet. So the deal is, once we get to $7,500, the person who has put the most money in will get invited over for a Sunday meal over here. If we get to 10,000, we'll draw a name out of a hat, and there'll be another person coming over for that meal. And Gresh brilliantly suggested that so the person that puts the most in is also going to it's $1,000. That's right, $1,000 is going to a Ranger game. And if we get to $10,000, that person, they can bring their friends with them. So we already got to $1,000 from somebody as well. So good idea. So
You know what? You should combine that meal with the neighbors at the same
right.
time. Have all the neighbors solve the dog problem and
Right.
and the highest bidders for your charity.
What if
How are
we
you
bring
going to invite these people? Tom, how are you going to invite them all?
Who, the neighbors?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go stand outside where the dogs are barking, and I said, "Listen, come over for a Sunday meal."
Just
Oh,
door to door, knock on the door.
Don't knock on my door.
Okay. So are they bringing the dogs with them or what?
Yeah, they bring the dogs with them, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy, I got to get running.
Okay.
I got to leave in about 10 minutes. I got to put my suit on to go to the game. But I definitely wanted to be on to see Mel and hear his earth-shattering news. I couldn't wait for that.
Right.
Okay, you guys have a great show, and we'll talk.
Good luck, Chief. Good luck.
Jeep, one thing. You got to put a suit on. You got an afternoon game?
No, but it's in Brandon. It's a
Oh,
2-hour
sure.
bus ride.
Yeah, you got to do
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll
Bus
see
leaves
you
at
Saturday.
2:15.
I'll see you Saturday.
Okay, we'll see you then, Gresh.
Hey, Chief, good luck.
You guys
Bye.
take care.
Just so you know, now that
But
James is
Jeep
gone.
Jeep's gone now. We can
Well,
talk about Jeep.
Mel, just so
Yeah.
you know, James has been all over you. He treats you really nice
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're on. But
Yeah.
the way he's been picking the things he's been saying about you, but the way you've changed your attitude, and,
Oh.
big head and all that kind of stuff.
And
interesting.
the only guy sticking up for you was Tom and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, Ron, I could tell by your texts. Yeah, I know. I watched the shows. I watched the last two shows after the fact.
Wow.
Are you not supposed to do that?
So, Tom, when you have this community meal, with
Yep.
the 400 people in your complex there, do you know DoorDash is now delivering alcohol? That's really going to help you. You can be a hermit for life.
I don't use those services. I go directly to the store and make my own, including the liquor store. Thank you.
So
Liquor
but-
store got flooded there in that big storm there a couple weeks ago. Whew.
Which one?
Dave-
Which liquor store?
Dave and Pamela?
The liquor pantry. No, not Dave's. It's so funny because we call her Pamela and Paula. I can't remember what his wife's name now. Is it that?
I thought it was-
Alex. It's Alex. That's what it is, Alex.
Oh,
But we call her. We got a nickname for her, Paula and Pamela.
Pamela. That's fine.
Here's our boy Dougie DeVito. He is fired up today too. This DoorDash, even going down the hill.
Probably not. It's just probably young kids delivering.
Yeah. Is your son still doing that, Gresh? Wasn't the big guy doing it?
Well, no, he's in school here now. He's in school.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, yes.
Yeah. He's got class today from 3 to 9 tonight. He likes it here.
No, I'm sorry, Gresh. The other son, back home.
Oh, he should be. I'm not sure. I'll check his bank account.
There you go.
That tells me whether he's working or not.
Oh, Mel, how is it going with your daughter moving away from home? Your wife wasn't too happy with that. Is she adjusted?
She just came back after 2 weeks. So she came back for 3 days. So,
What, okay? Something we need to talk about?
No, everything's fine. No, she enjoys being on her own, but she misses mom.
Okay. All right.
So she came back. But when they come, like they're kids, they want to come home. As soon as they come home, where do they go? Out with their friends.
Yeah.
Right? So they go out and they have a party. I think there was somebody's birthday party. So they go out and have their.
How old is she again? How old is she?
24.
That's listen to me. Who wasn't like that?
Yeah.
You know. When I remember come back from junior, whatever it was, I'd say hi to my parents. It was like a drive-by.
Yeah.
I'm going by like 70 miles an hour. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Yeah. The only time you really have with them is when you pick them up at the airport or the ferry or whatever. Yeah. Half an hour to talk, and that's it. So, they drink all night, they sleep all day, and then they leave.
So the Rangers' new coach, Gerard Gallant, has come out and said that he thinks they'll have a captain named by the start of the season. A lot of rumors it's Trouba.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Well, Panarin said I don't follow hockey. I don't know anything about hockey, but Panarin said he didn't want to give it to somebody else because he didn't speak good English, or what's the problem?
I don't know if it was about the English or not. Again, I saw the quote. He said if he was asked to be captain, he said, no, I've got other guys that are better. So I don't think he's probably even answering the question was tough for him too. But yeah, bottom line is he said he did not want it.
Well, who do you think should be captain?
To be honest with you, I don't think they have somebody that's cap material yet.
Oh.
Trouba can play that way, but I've been to a couple of events. He's a quiet guy, which doesn't mean you can't be captain. But he's not like that vocal, leader kind of guy. And it doesn't seem to be that way, anyways. But maybe he will be if they put the C on his sweater. Maybe he'll realize. But to me, it's either there or it's not, right?
Yeah. We'll just have 3 A's, and Gresh was very quiet as a captain too, right?
Yeah. Very quiet. Never said a word. Never had. I couldn't get a word in edgewise with you guys around.
So this golf tournament that's coming up. This is the alumni golf tournament, right, Gresh?
I'm not sure what happened here. I'm stuck.
We can see you.
We can see you fine.
Oh
no, this would be we call ours the Canuck. It's most of the teams do it. It's like giving the ticket holders and the sponsors a chance to meet current and former players. It's the season opening golf tournament.
But I think it's also like they call this one the alumni tournament too, don't they, Gresh? Or am I wrong?
Oh, the Ranger one, yeah, the Ranger it's a New York Ranger based
alumni
golf tournament.
But you're right, Mel. It is also for the other people coming here, right?
Yeah, well, they I'm not sure how many foursomes the Rangers sell, but probably somewhere between 60 and 65 foursomes.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
They do a really good job. It's view. I think it's at Westchester Country Club, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And I heard Mr. Congeniality, Chris Katsopoulos is showing up.
Yes, he'll be showing up. Yes, yeah, he'll be there.
Mel, have you ever spent any time with the lovely and talented Chris?
No.
Nope. He wrote a book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Do you know he wrote that book?
No.
Yeah.
So you said
he'll be there. He'll be there. His joyous self, and he used to be a good golfer too.
Katsi?
Yeah, he used to be a good golfer. I don't know if he plays much anymore, but
Oh, here's the popularity of Larry Melnick. Here's what we have done for him, Gresh. This is what you and I have done for Larry Melnick.
Billy and I have been on, fellow Ukrainian, of course. We've been on Messenger a little bit. He wants to buy Melnick Mountain. I said, Billy, save your money. Just come and visit for free.
What if he showed up at the door? Like, would you really?
Of course, lots of room. And he said, well, what about Ira? I said, well, we got work to do with Ira yet. Let's just hold on a bit. So, yeah. And Danny DeVito, same thing. We got to work on some of these people. Their attitudes need to change a bit, eh?
Oh my goodness!
Tracy Pollitt, are you from?
Oh,
who's it? Is that a girl or a guy, Tracy?
I don't know. Why are you laughing? I just don't know.
I'm laughing because how do you pronounce that last name, Mel?
Pollitt.
French. Is he French?
I don't know. That's what I just asked.
Yeah, no, the Ranger Golf Tournament is really, really well done. It's a really well put together. They do it. It's
and a very handsome man too, there, Tracy. Good job.
I think the funny part about the whole golf tournament is if they would just go right to the dinner they have outside in the by the Westchester Country Club, I would just go right to that. That to me, that's the most entertaining thing there is. Like they have the food, everything else, Mel. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Yeah, it's good.
We stayed when we were in the playoffs back in the 70s. We stayed at the Westchester Country Club.
Huh.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to catch a cab around there to try to get out of there when you sneak out at nighttime.
Yeah,
very hard. No Uber back then.
That's right.
Yeah, you had to have somebody that you knew come pick you up, and go to sports.
The struggle is real, Ron. The struggle is real.
Yeah, you had to go to the sports page down the street.
Yeah.
Remember what was his name? What was the guy's name, Tom?
Go to where? What?
That owned the sports page, right down.
Oh, he's a former athlete too, a football player.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
How's that memory going? How's that memory going?
Oh, it's good. Real good.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Milk.
Anyway.
Milk.
Milk. Yeah, no, we used to go. We snuck out a couple times, and I shouldn't say that out loud, though, right? But we snuck.
Yeah,
out.
you can say that. You can say that now.
Yeah. Yeah, we snuck out a couple times. Tough to get a cab though up there.
Bobby Highland, was it Highland?
Bobby Highland.
Yeah.
I was just testing to see if you knew or not. You did.
Just takes me a little longer. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. We had quite a few parties there.
Yeah.
After when it used to be the golf tournaments used to be at Fenway Country Club.
Oh.
Right around the corner.
Up in Boston.
What?
Up in Boston.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to drive down to the American just to go to the bar then. There was no bars in Boston.
Yeah.
I heard that they closed down what's it called? Fours or something like that in Boston, the bar called Fours.
Oh, really? Across from the rink.
Yeah. I heard they closed that place down. I went there back in the 70s. I went up to visit Ricky Middleton a few times in the playoffs. But I heard they just closed it down last year or something. I wonder if it was the pandemic or,
Yeah, bars don't do well in Boston, yeah.
Yeah, well, bars in Boston, though.
Yeah.
Nobody drinks in Boston.
No, not at all.
Not since they invented funnels.
What do you think they did with my spleen up in Boston there? They took out.
It's in the museum. It's next to what's the guy? Who's the guy that invented the light bulb? Edison?
Edison?
The one that's still burning? Yeah, they got your spleen hanging next to that.
Good. I think so, right?
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't they, Tom?
Well, I agree with you.
Listen, you should have listened to the trainer, got on that plane.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's it. We wouldn't have this show.
No.
Yeah, it'd be...
You'd have still had all your hair. Imagine that, Mel. They want him to get on an airplane.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we'll fly you back home, then we'll take a look at it there.
I was happy.
Okay, it sounds good.
Whose idea?
Well, in fairness, the trainer was Bob Williams. Is it Bob Williams?
Bob Williams.
Yeah. I didn't. It's just most people just didn't know what a spleen was or what was going on, right? Maybe if it wasn't for Robbie Fatorik, went and got the doctor, and else. And again, in fairness to Bob, he didn't know. He's putting heat packs on my stomach, making it bleed more. So nobody. I just felt like I had the flu. So yeah, we would have got on the plane. Would you have cried, Mel? What would you have done if I died on the plane?
Yeah. So if you don't need your spleen and they took it out, did it hurt?
The taking it out or the
No, when you thought you had the flu, but was there not a?
Well, it kept getting worse and worse. So the spleen ruptures, so now blood is just flowing into your stomach. So it just more blood that was flowing into your stomach. More, yeah, it got worse and worse. So it was what happens. I guess there's a nerve that runs up through your stomach into your left shoulder. I guess for some strange reason. So I started getting this sharp pain in my shoulder, and it's like the doctor came in and asked me about do you have a pain in your shoulder? And I said, yeah, but it's not my shoulder. It's something wrong with it. It's my stomach. He says, you're out of here. You need to get your spleen taken out. And I was like, what the hell's a spleen? So,
well, the first thing you'd probably think of was a heart attack too, don't know?
No, I thought it was maybe more a few cocktails the night before. Not feeling well.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
That's unusual.
Well, back then, nobody really knew the difference between a hangover and a concussion, you know?
Yeah.
Or a bad spleen.
Yeah.
You know? So what happens now? You got no spleen, Tom. So what do they put back in there?
Nothing. But, it's amazing. We on Tuesdays, I do a show with this nice woman, this Allie Krug. She's an epidemiologist. So she knows all about T cells and all immune systems and all this kind of stuff. And she explained how the T cells that are used to help fight viruses, not just the coronavirus, is housed in your spleen. But it's also housed in your lymph nodes, I think it is. So they say you're obviously fine to live without a spleen because you have other mechanisms to fight the viruses. But I'm supposed to get a shot every year, some special shot, and I've never done it. So
it's not Jack.
Maybe that's it. Maybe because I get a shot of tequila, I'm fighting off the.
Yeah. No.
Mel, you got any homework you've done? You've had a month to do it.
Yeah. So DeVito mentioned that I'll go back to Sicamous because that's where I was for like 7 days.
Yeah.
It's the houseboat capital of Canada, maybe the world. I don't know. There's like 200 houseboats, 3,000 people in the wintertime, 30 or 40,000 in the summertime. It's packed with the red and whites from Alberta and all the. Anyways, so here's a question for you guys: 15 guys from Sicamous touched the ice in the NHL and actually played in the NHL. Can you name a few of them? 3, 4, 5 guys.
Is Shea Weber from there?
One.
How about those two brothers?
Yep. Robbie and Ron Flockhart. Yep.
No,
Are the Niedermeyers from around there?
No.
The Niedermeyers from there?
No, they're from I'd say Invermere, somewhere in the Kootenays, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got the Flockharts. We've got Shea Weber.
Yep.
God, how about
another guy played with Shea Weber?
In Nashville?
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not the guy was small little guy, was tough little guy, captain.
Nope.
Walker, no.
Okay, well, give us a hint.
Played in Toronto as well. Then everybody that goes to Toronto gets crapped on. So then he went to Europe for a bit. Big right-handed defenseman.
Kyle Brewer.
Oh, he's left-handed. Carl from the
right-handed defenseman. That played with Shea Weber. Wow. I don't know. Who's that?
Cody Franson.
Oh, Cody Franson.
Yep.
Give us another one. Give us more clues on another one.
He was Swedish.
Well, he could have been. Everybody's from Europe, aren't we?
Who else? Good point, Who else we got then? Who else?
Chris Beach played for a bit. Chris Hogg. That's all I got. I had 15 names, but I was in the bar and I lost the paper. So
Right. Oh, that's
Hey,
pretty
listen,
interesting.
I got one for you then. Slovakia, right? Who's that big, tall guy that just signed with the Islanders?
Jara,
He was born years after, but my father was born in the same town as him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I just found that out because they had a thing on TV about that big tall man, and they had a thing in the paper about him and what town he was from. So I'm looking it up. I look at I look at my dad's because I want to see because he's from the same Slovakia and used to be Czechoslovakia years ago, but anyway, he exactly the same town, like a Ticino or something like that. Like I can't pronounce it, but it's amazing. So who are the other 11 players, Mel?
I don't know. I lost the paper.
Oh,
Yeah, I had them all written down.
I could say anybody then, right? I could say
Pretty
anybody.
much. Well, the top 3 or 4 were the ones we mentioned. So
Isn't like Price from out there?
Patty Price right now moved from Kelowna to Salmon Arm, which is 20 minutes from Sycamoose. I just talked to him before I went to Sycamoose.
He's from out there somewhere. He's
So, okay, here's a trivia question for it. My hometown is Brampton, Ontario. What other former New York Ranger is from Brampton, Ontario?
let me think.
What era?
Just retired probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh.
He also played,
What? What's his
he also
name?
played for the Columbus Blue
Gretzky.
Jackets.
Gretzky.
He's a Brant Ford. This player also played for the Columbus Blue Jackets.
He was a
Oh,
defenseman.
he was what's his name? That centerman.
The winger, but
That same thing. They're all dumb
Yeah.
up there. They're
Yeah.
all dumb up front. You can interchange those like
Right.
false teeth.
oh, our boy gets it. Our boy here, you got it. Rick Nash.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Sorry.
So you two
somebody else
guys,
got it. Same skill level. Yep.
yeah. Well, no.
Went to the same stick handling school.
No, you were
wow.
a better stick handler than him, Tom.
Anybody else from Good Soil playing in the NHL?
No.
Huh? No. What's your hometown again? Winnipeg, right?
Saskatoon.
Saskatoon.
A lot of players from
Yeah.
Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gordie Howe.
Gordie Howe was not from Saskatoon.
Wasn't he?
Floral,
Oh,
just south.
Florida?
Floral,
Oh,
Saskatchewan.
I think it's Florida. That's a lot farther
No,
south than that.
The only reason I know that is because when I went to his hockey school back in the only time I ever went to a hockey school, I went to Gordie Howe Hockey School in Saskatoon back in the 60s. And they had, we got on the ice in the ice machine, whatever you call it, the thing.
Zamboni?
No, not the Zamboni, the one that makes the ice. Not cleans it.
Yeah, okay.
Compressor
Yep.
broke down and it turned into water.
That's not good.
So we were on there 15 minutes. We were the second session. We were 15 minutes on there. They called us off and go, well, hockey school is canceled this week. So I got to meet Gordie Howe.
Yeah, good.
Sir. Yeah. And then I reminded him when the first time I ever met him. After that, I reminded him, and he was nice enough to say, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Sure.
Yeah.
Mel, did you manscape?
Yeah. Here's the difference, Tom. See, Gresh went to hockey school. You and I didn't. That's why he was good and we weren't.
I actually did go to hockey school. I went to the Billy Harris, Davy Keon Hockey School.
Billy
Oh.
Harris.
Billy Harris, Davy Keon Hockey School. Yep. Yep.
Which Billy Harris? The one that got drafted by the Islanders?
No, it was at Toronto.
There was one.
At the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know. So, my first year in the league, Davy Keon was playing for the Hartford Whalers. And remember, they had a rule that if you didn't separate during a fight, other guys would all get 10-minute misconducts. So that was the rule that year. And I was it was Davy Keon, and I was just like, I went to his hockey school. So now I'm out on the ice there with him, when this fight's going on. I can't remember who it was. And I didn't think to get away from him, so we both ended up getting 10 minutes conduct. So the penalty sheet, it looks like the guy was going at it with David Keon. David Keon wasn't really a fighter. He was like 50 years old then. So
At least 50.
yeah,
You could have taken him then, Tom.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Little difference in size. He's like 5'6".
Yeah. And I think he got like 2 penalty minutes a year. Yeah. See, Rich Isaac went to Harris Keon Hockey School. The Double Rinks, was it Double Rinks it was at? Yeah, well, it's more than Double Rinks now, but that's what it was called initially, Double Rinks.
Hey, Tom, bring that back up again, please.
What's that?
Where was this? Where was this, Tom?
Right outside of Toronto, or is it in Toronto? I can't remember.
Should that not be a comma instead of a hyphen in between?
I went to the Harris Keon.
should've-
No period at the end either, but
You all should have saved your money going to those hockey schools.
I remember he coached us in a scrimmage at the end too. And I went down. Now this is the true story, Ron. I went down, stick handle the way through the whole team. Went down, deked the goalie out, and hit the post.
Hold on.
I did. No, I'm serious.
No, I gotta go get heart pills. I gotta get
No.
heart. Listen, where I lived in Florida, the Keon belonged to the country club, right, as an outside member. And then I think
I was at Huron Hockey School too. Sorry, Gresh, go ahead.
no, but he used to come over there and play. And when I first, when you play against somebody, then you see him in real life, and he's standing on the golf thing, and I go to meet him. I'm not meeting him, go say hi to him, and I couldn't believe how little he was. But that's how they were back then. Like you look at even like Rod. Rod was small.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a picture of Rod with my son. My son was 13. Jagger, he's 13 years old and has a picture with Rod. Rod looks a little bit older than him, but much smaller than my son. But still sad about Rod. Still sad.
Yes. Mel, how's Rochelle doing? Did she go with you when you go to Sycamoose?
No, she stays home.
So she just stays home and goes to the bar every day?
I guess. Well, no, she doesn't go to that bar anymore because my daughter doesn't work there. So I'm sure when she goes to Victoria, my daughter just got a job at the Irish Times in Victoria. So
Victoria. We had training camp there a couple of years. with the Kings. That was fun.
Is that a newspaper?
Yeah, something like that. You can read the newspaper while having a old Milwaukee.
Oh no, I thought you meant like the Irish Times. I thought it was like the New York Times.
No. Pub.
Oh.
Pub.
So she's okay with you with this little affair you've got going with Flocky Hockey there? This little relationship?
Yeah, it's all good. She was happy because I cleaned out the closet of a bunch of stuff we had, left over from tournaments, and we raised some good money. It was a good event. And she knew. So.
Oh, before I forget too, for anybody local here on Saturday, time to be determined. I'll post that. I'm going over to Terrytown. Gosh, you may have been to this place, the River Market Grill over there. Nice spot.
Yeah, it's on the right side going over the bridge.
Yeah, so the gentleman that owns that is Glenn Voigt. He actually used to be the general manager of Window of the Worlds, top of the Twin Towers. Window of the Worlds.
Window of the Worlds, yeah.
Window of the Worlds. It's a really interesting story. Got a great bar over there. They're going to be. It's right near the Tappan Zee Bridge. They also call it the Governor Mario Cuomo Bridge. They're going to be lighting that bridge purple on Sunday in honor of Alzheimer's. So we're doing a show there. Prior to that, there's some outdoor festivities and everything. So
the Tappan Zee Bridge.
yes, I prefer to call it Tappan Zee Bridge, but it's also known as the Mario Cuomo Bridge. Yes.
Yeah. Think they'll change it back now?
They should never. They shouldn't name things after politicians at all.
No, they should not. I agree.
Yeah.
What about the George Washington Bridge? They should, and the Lincoln Tunnel. They should change those then too.
Good point. Maybe they didn't look the tunnel after the car. Who knows?
Well, that could be.
Yeah.
And they could have named Washington after what's his name? Not
Right.
George. Joe Washington.
Is the underground, when you go to the Logan Airport in Boston, is that not called the Lincoln Tunnel as well?
I can't remember.
I mean,
Do those tunnels get flooded when the storms come in?
Yeah.
hope not.
Remember Sandy? They got all flooded. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty scary. Think about that.
Is there a bridge?
What are you guys going to do for the rest of the week?
The rest of this week, Ron?
Hey, your buddy Danny's trying to suck up to me now, eh, Tom?
No, he's asking the question. He's asking a question. Is that what it's called? The Callahan Tunnel?
There it is. Okay.
Apparently, it is, yeah.
Is there 2 L's in that, Bruce?
Well, we do have a different spelling here.
Well, there you go.
Ted Williams Tunnel. No, not Ted Williams Tunnel. Callahan. 2 tunnels, 2 L's there. Oh.
Is that after that guy that was the captain of the Rangers?
Yeah.
Ryan Callahan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where do you think names come from? Like, how did who's thought up the name Ron? Like, how did that become a name?
I don't know.
Larry.
You know what I found out? I didn't know my mother's name was Gazella Eva Greshner, right?
Right.
Until I never saw anything with her legal name on, because she would never show anybody that, because she never wanted anybody to know what her age was at one time. And then when we had the funeral for her, if I'd have known her name was Eva, I would have definitely named one of my daughters after her.
Yeah.
I like that name, you know. I mean, I like the name my daughters have too, but I don't know where names come from. Like, you know, like, what wasn't it George? Who's the boxer?
Foreman.
George.
Foreman. He named all his sons George.
Yeah. He named a barbecue after himself too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he did, yeah, he got paid for that. I mean, they made money on that. I had one of those, the Foreman Grill, what it was called. But it wasn't bad. Just doing.
Oh, here Eric Peterson's really doing some homework here today. I think somebody is. Hold on. So wrong one. Lieutenant William F. Callahan Jr. Tunnel is the Logan Tunnel. Okay.
Well, it'd have to be Logan in Boston, right?
Yeah. Here you go. There's the answer right here. Why don't you have another daughter?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to be like 95 when she's 12.
Yeah. Well, so Mel, that's it for homework then?
I can end with this. This probably relates to you two guys, and don't take it the wrong way or anything. But so, whilst I was having a few cocktails with my buddy Flocky out on the deck, Mara Lake, super marriage tip number 1: when your wife asks you if she looks fat in this outfit, why don't you say to her, if you ran as much at the gym as you ran your mouth at home, you wouldn't have to ask that.
That's a good marriage tip right there.
Good
there
I think I said a couple of those. That's why I'm here by myself.
God. All right. So Mel, are you back next week with us?
Yes, sir.
So that's all these little parties with Ronnie are over with?
Yeah, there's snow on the big Coquihalla now, so
okay.
Yeah, you got to watch out what's going on. It's October. It's going to be October, so yeah, I'm done traveling.
Okay, good.
Mel, I think you should definitely go to the Ranger thing though.
Too late.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. No, I tried, Ron. I tried for 3 days, seriously, back and forth with Jackie, and just it didn't work out. So yeah, I wish I was coming, but it's
Oh, we all miss you too. Right? We wish you're coming here as well.
Well, I'm going to call them and see if they'll, maybe, I don't know. I can't come home yet. I'm not ready.
Yeah. All right. So anybody, I think the tickets are all sold out tonight at the Gotham Comedy Club in Lower Manhattan, but it's a fun event and we want to try to see if you can get in. And we'll be on in getting prepared for the walk, the Alzheimer's walk. We'll be on the news tomorrow morning, Channel 12 News in Westchester. That's a big one. I don't know, Mel. I can get you a copy of that video, Mel, if you want to see that.
Yeah, give me one too, Tom. But
okay, and then the River Market Grill on Saturday. We're going to figure out time. It's probably like 4 or 5 o'clock in Terrytown. Again, the owner and general manager Glenn Voigt will be on, and we'll be talking about the bridge getting lit up purple.
In relation to John Voigt?
Last name is the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's related to Glenn Campbell.
Oh.
Who's John Voight's daughter?
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, was married to that, what's his name?
Who?
Very, very hot girl.
Yeah. Who is it?
I don't know.
You can't ask a question like that and not Angelina Jolie. That's right. Thanks,
Yeah,
Mark.
that's right.
That's right. You think she's all that?
What's that?
I'm not quit. She's not my cup of tea.
Hey.
I don't think, I mean, I sent Tommy a picture today of a friend of his from years ago, and, you know,
She's a very nice person.
she could be in the top 2.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. Mel, great to have Mel back again. Man,
You know what I'm going
And
to
you-
do today, Tom?
what's that? Take a nap?
Nothing. And then, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow?
Same thing?
No, tomorrow, my son doesn't have school, so
Casino.
we're going to go to the, he doesn't go to the university, so we're going to go to the casino and play Texas Hold'em around 4,
What time are you going to leave?
whenever it closes.
Okay, no eating after closing.
No, they have a restaurant there, but they got,
Okay.
they got,
Don't eat past it. No eating past 8 o'clock.
what?
No eating past 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll remember that, and I'm really hungry.
Getting a little oxygen in the brain there? What are you doing?
Oh my God, that's making me tired right now.
All right.
Anyway,
All right, guys. Great job. We'll see everybody next week.
All right.
Mel,
See you guys.
welcome back. It's good to have you back, Mel.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get so
I like
excited.
your shirt.